I did have some advice to anyone that is going through an end of a cycle with a connection, whether it be a person, a job, family member, friends, whatever. I just want to say that do what you need to do to get back to who you were before that person. And that drainage, but also replenish, grow, learn the lessons, stop, slow down, breathe, and start again, because the storm passes when you choose to be the sun.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes.
Getting to the money like a savage. Spend them dollars on you when I have it. I might make a movie with a bad bitch. I'm gonna make a movie with a bad bitch. Shorty said she ate her rice and cabbage, but that ass so fat I wanna grab it. Yeah, I'm gonna make a movie with a bad bitch. I'm gonna make a movie with a bad
Mic check, mic check. Welcome back to another episode, the season finale of season 2 of Shalice Marie Radio. I know that you guys might be sad, but I'm low-key happy.
I'm very happy.
Yeah,
too.
I'm kind of happy. I think that we had a good run.
Yeah,
Patrice.
we did, for sure. We did a lot. Definitely a big improvement. A lot of people rocking with us, so thanks, guys.
We accomplished the season 2, literally. Like,
yeah,
we did everything to our best ability.
It's the end of season 2, though.
It's insane.
Like, we've had 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
That's crazy.
This is the thing. Like, I've been saying, I'm like, yo, we've been doing this. Like,
Yeah.
we've been in my room, like, trying to freaking pin sheets to the wall to make a backdrop. Like, it's actually been like a whole journey.
We're doing it all.
And I'm just happy. I mean, I literally, you always want to ask yourself, like, did you do this to the best of your ability? And like, I actually feel like I did. So
I did. Yeah.
Cheers to us.
Yeah. Cheers. We have some cucumber martinis,
made by the lovely Patrice Deanna. It tastes so good.
Thanks.
We're going to be drinking with you guys all episode long and just honestly just dishing out frequencies and everything that we feel, what we've been going through for these past weeks. We just want to be super open with you guys, and
this is definitely an episode of reflection.
Yes.
And just like how far we've come. We had to end the finale with the fam.
Yeah, the fam. Like straight to the roots.
Yeah.
This is where it started. I started this by myself, but I remember sending. I literally remember the day I sent Patrice a voice memo. I was like, yo, I need you to come on the show with me, because like I can't do it alone. I've always like been in teams all my life, like even down to sports, and I get anxiety when I have to do something just like by myself, especially get on a stage and talk.
Yeah. But I feel like, we always like planned like little businesses when we were younger. If you don't know, me and Shalisa are god sisters, so I've known her since birth.
From birth, like our mothers are girlfriends.
Yeah, our mothers were really good friends. We all lived in the same neighborhood, so yeah, I've known Shalisa forever, my whole life, and I'll know her for my whole life. But when we were younger, we used to have this catalog book named Berta, and we used to play Berta. We used to think that we owned Berta. We had kids. We dropped them off. We'd go into
Brandon and Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott remembers the name.
Brandon and Sarah. I think Patrice had the white baby.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. She had the white one. I had the black one.
Yeah. And so we drop our kids off, like stay in contact just in case one of us needed to pick up the kid. We were doing catalogs. We were selling clothes and stuff.
Yeah, we were selling wedding dresses, like for real. And like we went to church. We had birth in my sister's room. Like we did it all. Like we literally
did it.
I feel like we manifested our life. That hasn't happened yet, but like we literally did it all together. So it's coming into fruition right now, just even based on the fact that like we're here in the same spot that we used to play house in. Like I used to have like this big ass house that we used to play with and bring our kids to.
Yeah. So a freaking evolution.
Yeah, like,
but
it's crazy.
Thank you for letting me be part of this journey.
Anytime, P. Love you. Thank you for coming with me, because I couldn't do it alone, honestly.
I got you.
I couldn't.
Always.
Like this show, you made the show, especially bringing your friends on the show too. Like, bro, people love your friends.
Thanks.
Like,
love them too.
Shout out Shay, shout out Aaliyah, any of the guests who came on the show. Shout out Brittany as well.
Yeah.
It was a good season. We're coming back, with better conversations, and just I kind of want to have more mature conversations instead of just like, we
The
educate
1-2
you
talk
on it.
shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
a little 1-2 talk shit, sex talk. But
Yeah,
we're
definitely.
just gonna grow with you guys. So thank you.
Yeah. So.
So how's your week? Let's do it.
Oh my God, this week. Okay, this week, I allowed, and I'm only allowing this week for 2021 to be the worst week for me internally. I feel like internally this week was just a lot.
Yep.
And I say that because I recently ended a connection, or the connection ended. And I think that I tried really hard to make it work. And I think that after like the conversation, like I just like was stuck in the past, I feel like, this week, and like thinking like, oh, like, why didn't you do this? Why did you do this?
Yeah.
You could have done this. Why didn't you do that? You know? And like kind of just like beating myself up about it.
And did you find your answers to those questions that
Like, I'm human, you know? Like I definitely make mistakes, and like sometimes I do like I'm the hardest person on myself. Okay, like let's just put it that way, you know? So like when people come to me and they're like, oh, like you're annoying, oh, like you're a turn off, stuff like that, it's like I know I can be that person, you know? So like you reiterating it for me, like great, thanks, you know? But like I already put like that pressure on myself.
so I don't need you to tell me that again.
Yeah. So
And say
just-
something else.
So just hearing that, and you know, and like for me, like I feel like this connection, like I never really got like clear answers to an ending, you know? So I was always guessing, you know? And like I'm already like a person that like overthinks. So I feel like it just sent me down like I said, like I feel like I took 10 steps back this week, you know? And I was just like really in my feels, really in my head, really like rethinking the whole situation and like what I could have done better and stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, I can't, you know? Like,
And you like, okay, sorry.
no, go ahead.
Like, I don't think that you did anything wrong in that situation. It could have ended the same way, like with it out, like with it could have ended with you two not being together. But the fact that like both parties weren't able to express themselves in the way that I feel like every single relationship should end is the part that went wrong. And I think that both parties deserve an answer as to why you don't feel this way.
Right.
And like, I don't get it when people like don't give you an explanation as to why they don't like you. Or they
And, like,
don't want to be with you.
I did get the explanation, you know, but like me, I'm the type of person who's
But
like,
they
okay, like,
waited. And
that's
you
what I'm
also
saying.
had to chase them.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I was kind of like, oh, okay, like I get it, you know, and like I went through all of that, and like this person still didn't want me, you know. So it was just
Yeah.
like, it was just kind of like, okay, like Pat, like what are you gonna do, you know? Like you did your best, so you honestly have to move forward. But sometimes I just like to sulk and be in my feels, you
Yeah.
know. So I really did that this week. But on the flip side, externally, this week was actually like really nice. Like I deleted my social media.
Yeah, I
because-
was like, wait, hold up. I was posting the episode today and I was like, wait, Patrice doesn't have Instagram right now.
Yeah, I did.
What
because,
happened? Like, you know
I
what's
really-
crazy? You know what's crazy? Before you go into that, I was talking to my other friend and she said that she deactivated her Instagram. And she's like, the one question everyone asks her is, are you okay? Like, something's always
Yeah.
wrong with people who deactivate their Instagram. But sometimes they just want to get away from like
Yeah,
social media, the cloud.
Like I didn't want to, like, I feel like people were DMing me, you know, like I didn't feel like answering, and then like seeing people's posts, like, oh, like I think it's just like a psychological thing, like, oh, I'm not liking their photos, you know, but I'm seeing it, you know. So it was just like I really needed to take this time and like be by myself, because I really thought I was losing my shit. Okay, so, and like I haven't felt like
you.
this way in a long
time.
So I really just needed this time. But yeah, on the flip side, externally, it was actually really well. Like, I decided to like try new things and like just do things for me, like I said, right? So I had a recall on my car, so I dropped it at Mercedes. If you guys know Mercedes on Kennedy, if you live in Markham, so I dropped it there, and like I already had a plan to walk home from Mercedes. So like I got there, whatever, and like the situation didn't play out the way I wanted it to. So I called my service guy and I'm like, yo, like what's going on with the pricing? At the end of the conversation, he's like, hey, do you need a ride home? I'm like, oh, that's so sweet, but
Yeah.
no, I don't. Thanks,
Yeah,
you know?
wow.
And then I didn't tell anyone I was walking. And then the service lady, she was like, hey, do you need a ride home? And I was like, oh my God, thanks guys.
Yeah.
No, I
Shuttle
don't.
service.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. But yeah, I did. I took a 45-minute walk
Wow.
home. It was so nice.
Yeah,
It was
liberating. We don't
so
do that
nice.
enough.
I know. So, and like even my sister, she's like, are you okay? And I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're good. Yo, those ones like, yo, you're good. Because when you don't do it like regularly, your siblings are like, yo, you're going for a walk.
Yeah. So that was one thing. And then I was taking this finance course. I finished it this week and I got my certificate. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah. Like, so now I'm like a little bit more structured with what I want to invest in.
Financial
and stuff like
goals.
That. Yeah.
Important.
Yeah. Yes. I will
We
be
will
successful, abundant
Yes.
in love and money.
Finance.
You know? So
And
yeah.
credit.
Right. So I did that. And then shout out my friends because they've really been supporting me on my walking journey. It's now a routine for me. I
Okay.
love going on walks. Yeah. And so like two of them reached out to me and were like, hey, do you want to go for a walk? So I really appreciate that. Yeah, so shout out my friends. Sorry, I wrote a lot of things down.
No,
and I really
this is release.
yeah. So then also like so I've been writing. Like I've been writing since 2017 and I never really wrote it down. Like wrote it in a journal. It was always like on my phone,
your
on my
phone,
laptop
yeah.
and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm gonna get a journal and I'm gonna actually like write my writings down. So as I was doing this, I was seeing that like I've been going through phases of my writing. So
Interesting.
my phases were so at first when I started writing, it was like it needs to rhyme, you know, like everything needs to rhyme. So like it kind of like wasn't as authentic to me, I guess. And then I went through a phase where I wanted to add graphics. So like during the pandemic, I learned how to graphic design.
Which
like,
her graphic designs are fucking like sick.
Thanks. Yeah, so I learned how to graphic design, and then I wanted like what I was writing to be to reflect that graph, you know. But like it was too time consuming, and then like I feel like I wasn't focusing on one like enough.
Yeah.
So like it just like wasn't really working out for me. So then I revamped it again, and so like now I feel like my writing is a lot more like
Raw.
expressive, raw, imaginative. There's a lot of
Beautiful.
imagery, descriptions, and it makes more sense. And like right now, I'm on like a sexual fantasy phase. Yeah, so I'm writing a lot about like sexual fantasies.
Like
Thank you
for
to
your
everyone.
like with like from your experiences or just like
No,
imagination.
just like imagination. So like I posted that thing on Instagram, like share your sex fantasies. A lot of people shouted, like responded. So thank you guys for that, and they got their scripts, I guess. I don't want
Yeah.
to say poems because they're not really poems to
Yeah.
me. Like I'd say like they're scripts or like short stories. or,
Definitely
like,
a script.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say like a script. So yeah, shout out to those people. But so as I was writing my 2017s down, I started like seeing a pattern, you know, because originally I started writing because of a guy that I really liked. Shout out JM. Because he was like my first like after my ex, like after my long relationship. So like he was like so new and fresh and like so yeah, so I ended up talking about self-love a lot. But like one thing that I noticed, I'm like, why do I go for emotionally unavailable men, either emotionally unavailable, low emotional intelligence, or lack communication skills? And I'm like, why?
God.
Why,
Yeah.
why do I seem to have this pattern of men? Like I really, I don't know, you know? So that was just like one thing I noticed and I wrote it down.
What did you figure out? Like, did you discover why?
Like, I don't know, for me, like I was thinking like, I'm always actively trying to fix someone, you know? And that's just like naturally how I am. But I don't want to fix my partner. Like, I want my partner to acknowledge, like, hey, like, I have wounds. I have a past, you know? Like, I've been hurt before. Hey, so have I, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, how, like, acknowledge those wounds, be aware. That's another thing that I'm taking into this year, awareness. Like, just being present and aware. And like, yeah, like wanting to do like work better for yourself,
Yeah.
you know, on your wounds and stuff like that, and like heal yourself. I don't want to heal someone.
Yep.
I don't want to fix someone, you know,
Yep.
like I'm broken too, you know, but I always find myself doing these things and then I end up getting hurt in the end.
And they don't even end up wanting to even help you fix your wounds.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Like maybe it's like my childhood
Okay.
trauma, like I don't know, like daddy issues.
Okay. Yeah, it can. I mean, I feel like a lot of our problems today goes back to childhood.
Yeah.
And like
Definitely,
just like
yeah.
what we grew up around and what we saw within our parents. Like, bro, I have a lot of trauma.
Right.
And I
Yeah,
didn't
me
realize
too.
that until
Yeah.
like I feel like I got into like the new new relationships, and I'm like, okay, whoa. Like,
Like,
I'm not
what is
receiving
this?
something from my father that I'm looking for in other men.
Right. So, and I feel that same way. I guess I do need to dive deeper a bit. Like, I don't know, me and my dad's like connection, like I always feel like kind of awkward, you know, or like not like 100% comfortable. Like it was only this week that like me and him had like a
Like a-
relationship talk.
Wow. Yeah, like I don't have that with my dad.
But like he was just like it wasn't anything like sentimental, you know. It was just like I told him what happened, and he's like, yeah, it sounds like he doesn't want you. And I'm like, thanks, Dad. That's what I was.
That's
thinking,
it.
But thanks for saying it, you know. But he's like you're good, you know, like, and he's like, you're a Hamilton, so start acting like one, you know. Like apparently I was being too emotional, but whatever that means,
So
you know.
extra.
But yeah, so just like I don't know. I do like feel like it is like my childhood and stuff like that, but like definitely something I want to work on and like again actively be aware of. So like if I'm seeing this pattern again going forward, I know how to deal with it. So
And
just
you're in
stuff
that
like
process,
that.
so I'm very
Yeah.
proud of you.
Yeah, so yeah, I've just been trying things for me.
You're self-discovering, literally.
Yeah, I'm really trying.
And like even on your walks, like what do you think about on your walks? Like
it's a clear mind. I focus my on like doing deep breaths.
okay.
And I listen to music, obviously, but like honestly, it's just
Breathing.
like taking in the scenery, like feeling the wind on my skin, you know? Exactly, like just being present, like taking in what's around me,
Yes.
even if it's like fucking houses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know? Like
anything.
it's just like taking in my scenery and like yeah, just being present. You know, I don't really like to think about too much.
Mm-hmm.
I usually do that in the shower. But yeah, walks are definitely like just like a peace thing for me.
Yeah, no, they do help.
For sure. Like
It's
guys,
like
I'm
you in
highly recommending
solitude.
this. Yes, I am. Even in cold, like even if it's cold, like,
Go.
it's so nice. I got my furry pants, my furry shirt. I'm ready, you guys. It could be well equipped, but yeah, so like I've been trying new things, whatever, reflecting on my childhood, but even like things like drinking and like having sex, like I feel like those things I'm doing less of, you know, because I don't know, like it's just like not as interesting to me anymore, you know, like I want to do more. Yeah, do
Yo,
more.
I feel like that. I said that to my sister, and she's like, "I feel like you're just adulting," but like, yo, I think we are because
Yeah.
it's like how sometimes when I find myself drinking, I'm just like drinking, and then I'm like, how I went on vacation with my uncle once in Jamaica, and we were at a bar, and we were just watching this guy like just take shots after shots, and he was drunk, and he's just like, how drunker can you get?
Right.
Like, you might as well just take a shot and you're probably blessed.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't
Yeah.
need more than, and if you're taking more, it's like, okay, what are you trying to drown out? You know?
And a lot of like my mistakes and like dumb decisions
Come
are
from-
from me being belligerent,
Yeah.
you know? So it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
like, am I going to continue this path as much as I love a good drink, you know?
Yeah.
But like, am I going to continue this path or like do better?
Do better.
And like, I want to do better. So
I'm so
yeah,
proud of
I
you.
haven't drank in 2 weeks. Like, this is my drink. Yeah, yo.
And we're
snaps to
drinking
that.
light. We're
Yeah,
drinking light.
I'm not
Like, you
taking,
know,
like,
we're not doing shot o'clock.
Yeah.
I started off. I think that influenced a lot. Because, yo,
And we're sorry, guys. We know we got you on it and then we flopped.
my
But
God. The amount of guests who come here ready to drink, it's like, and then we got to a point, like I realized with everyone, like we all got to a point where
we're like, oh, we're drinking.
oh fuck, we have to drink because we're freaking doing shot o'clock. Oh God,
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely that. And then what else have I been doing? Reflecting on life through journaling. Yeah, so like I finally got a journal this year. Like I had one in 2018, but like I
Didn't
never
use it like
really,
that.
yeah, but like now my journal's on my bed.
Yep.
Every time,
Every-
every morning.
Okay,
I
I
write
was like,
my
do you do it
affirmations
every morning?
Yeah, every morning I write my affirmations, and then like at night, if like little things come up or like things that I want to remember, I write those in too.
Yeah.
But I love it.
It's refreshing,
I
eh?
love it. Yeah, because like, I can say it back to myself. Like it's written there. Like I can let it out, and I actually believe it. You know.
Yes.
So that's
I
love
was
that.
just at my girlfriend's house, Khadijah, and we were just talking about like mornings and how beautiful and refreshing like mornings are. Like the fact that you're just able to wake up to a fresh day, restart, write in your journal, meditate, play some freaking
Whatever.
Chimbola by Janae, like whatever,
Yeah.
your mantra
Make
for
your
the morning, make your breakfast.
smoothie,
It's just
have
such a
hot
smooth
drink. Yeah.
start to the day. And I've realized too that like the earlier you wake up, the more better, I don't know, like the
That's what I
start
was
of
gonna
your
say.
day.
Because I used to be waking up 5 minutes before I need to like
Go to work?
get downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm in a rush, I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
But like now I wake up half an hour earlier, I do my meditation, write down my affirmations, pray, and then like I'm like, oh, I'm awake.
I'm ready.
I can,
Yeah.
yeah, I can get up, you know. So
You gotta serve yourself before you serve others, man.
yeah.
Especially when you're waking up to like a 9 to 5. Like, you know, just prepare yourself for the
Yeah.
day.
So if you guys, I don't know, like if you guys don't write, the reason for me, like I love writing, like my scripts and stuff like that, is because it's open, dynamic. I can change it. Sorry, I wrote these
creative.
down. Creative living. It's my ideas. There's no limits, no judgment, and it's my own. And there's no
Yeah.
negativity, right? So like I can make it for myself. You don't like it? How can you not like it?
Yeah.
Like,
And I was in, oh, bro, I have so many stories. I was in the car with LA Wade. We were on our way to a shoot in Niagara Falls
Yeah.
for Niagara Wise of Toronto. If you guys don't watch it. And she was on IG Live talking about journaling and how like a lot of people feel like they need to like, I don't know, like make it sound like a story or like just have just like prayer. Like people think that they have to have like a specific format to prayer, but like when you're writing, like don't write as if like you're scared to say something because someone might open your journal and read it. Because a lot of people actually think that, due to like me listening to her live, like a lot of people don't say how they actually feel in their journals because they're ashamed of it, so they don't write it down.
See,
There's
I'm the
people,
complete
because there's
opposite.
etiquette to journaling.
No. I'm
Like,
the
just
complete
be
opposite.
raw.
Yeah. Like, I feel like there's so many thoughts in my head that I don't say. And, like, journaling has really helped me say all those thoughts that either, like, I can't say because I don't want to, like, I know how the other person's going to feel if I say that.
If I say it down.
Right,
And that's
yeah.
what prevents people from writing it. No, dead ass. There's people who actually still carry their pride into journaling.
Okay, I understand that. But if you go through my journal, that's on you. Because
That's true.
ain't nobody told you to
open
up
the damn
my journal. Like,
Yeah, and I didn't know
Who
this
do you feel like?
until I heard her live, and the other girl was talking about how like people actually feel like they don't even want to say the reality of whatever situation that they're writing. So when you're journaling, like just be raw, like spill everything that you feel out, be creative like Patrice is, and do whatever you want.
right. And like, yeah, so like, and I feel like it's like a release, like you release anxiety, like
Yeah.
fears. That's things that I want to release, like unhealthy attachments, things like that. And like building a healthy level of pride within myself, because I feel like sometimes I don't give myself enough credit. And that's why like I'm doing all these things like to grow within myself. And just so that like I'm not who I was years ago. I'm not who I was even a couple months ago. Like none of us are, you know? So it's like for when someone's like, oh, like she's like this, and it's like, nigga, I haven't talked to you in a year.
Facts.
You don't know me now, you know? So it's just like, I feel like everyone deserves like a blank slate. And
Yeah.
like, it's okay to like hear things about people, whatever, but it's like, take everyone at face value. Don't
Facts.
take it based on like what other people are saying.
Or what they were doing 2 months ago.
Yeah. And so like, I feel like that's why
My
I'm doing these.
conversation earlier. Yeah.
I feel like this is why I'm doing these things for myself, because like I want to be confident and know like what I bring to the table.
Who I am.
Right. Who I am. So, and like
Who I am.
yeah. So I encourage you guys to do that for yourself. I did have some advice to anyone that is going through an end of a cycle with a connection, whether it be a person, a job, family member, friends, whatever. I just want to say that do what you need to do to get back to who you were before that person. And that drainage, but also replenish, grow, learn the lessons, stop, slow down, breathe, and start again, because the storm passes when you choose to be the sun.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, I really just want to say that because I feel like I was in a storm this week. You know, like I was just like in a cloud of fog. Like, bro, it was so foggy. My ass walked into Starbucks, eyes full of tears, with no mask on, confident. Confident. I didn't even realize until I was in there for like 5 minutes, and the lady's like, "You don't have a mask?" I'm like,
Shit.
I took my scarf like real quick and like covered my face, but I'm just like, yo, like Pat, get it the fuck together. Like, what is wrong with you?
You had to go through it. And honestly, that was my week.
Let's hear about your week.
That was my week. So, you know, stupid, vulnerable me, expressive me went on freaking episode 14 and said, "Oh yeah, I had a job interview and I did so well. I'm going to get the job." Honestly, like, I don't know where God's taking me. I do have a very firm belief in God, and like I have faith in the unseen 100%. But there are moments where I feel like, what are you doing? Like, I feel like my entire life, like at least from like 4 years ago until now, I've worked my ass off. Like in terms of just proving my career skills. Like
you have.
Like,
bro,
I've done
Shalisa is a very hard worker. Like she actually inspires me to do better. And I just love like all like, look at this. Guys, look at this, you know? Like it wouldn't be possible.
I know.
There's something on it.
I think it's the line.
On your lip. Yeah, it's on your lip. Top.
Can you get it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, like look at this, you know? So like, and you're how old? 24.
24.
I know 24-year-olds with like 4 kids on welfare, you know? So I'm not shaming anyone.
Oh my
but
God,
like
oh shit.
I'm not shaming anyone,
No.
but you know, like that, like I feel like we're equal in that sense where we're really hard on ourselves because we just want to make it and we want to be really good and like successful, you know? But like success is here. This is successful.
That's true.
And like we always say like, oh yeah, you want to reach here, but enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
So
I've been so hard on myself.
Right.
Like I know I have. And I had to like, it was after I had the conversation with Khadijah, because I was just like, yo, like once upon a time, I wanted this studio. Like, you know, like I wanted all of this and then I have it. And then I realized like, yo, humans are never satisfied.
Yeah.
As soon as we reach
but
one.
hey, like it's a goal, you know, you attain that goal, check it off.
Yeah.
Like if you only had, okay, like I want the studio, you have the studio and you had no next step.
Then you're
what?
you're
stuck.
you're screwed.
That's how you get stuck.
Yeah,
right?
it's true.
So,
And for me, it's like, okay, I of course want to have my studio, but let me give you like the background story. Like I have a staff that I'm trying to develop for this platform and other projects on this platform. And in order to do that, I need a job, right? Oh shoot, hold up, Andrea. Hi, Mom.
I'm outside.
Coming. Bye. I feel like I've been working so hard to just like prove myself to people, to be on teams and like believe in the dream.
right.
And like believing in the dream is hard because like
But what is the dream?
the dream is okay.
It's not the dream. It's your dream.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So like from 4 years ago, I've always focused on making other people's dream come true, like working on teams
Who you
for
telling?
somebody.
Yeah.
Right. It's always for an artist. Like that's what I've been doing. Like I went around the world and I worked for artists. So, and I'm not like talking, like, I don't want to like focus on money, but I am in a point in my life where I can no longer do anything for free.
And you shouldn't.
Like, I can't. When I was younger, it was like, okay, whatever. I'm new to this. Like, I need to
Intern,
learn it.
whatever.
Like, whatever. Learn the industry. And now I'm just like, yo,
I'm in the industry.
I'm in
am
it.
the industry.
Exactly. I'm in the industry. I am the industry. And I just feel like I've proven myself to at least my following on Instagram and like the people around me and the people who like I've worked with and know what I do. Like, everyone pretty much knows what I do at this point. Like, everyone, there's people who ask me to come and like help manage them and like manage their social media and all this stuff, but it's like nobody wants to pay. And I'm just at a point in my life where, you know, like my house situation is changing and I might have to move, and like I just built the studio. I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry. You're gonna make
And
me
like
cry.
I just like invested so much money into this, and I have to like figure out my life. Like, I have to figure out where we're gonna put this and where I'm gonna live. And it's just like a lot, because then I also am jobless because it's COVID. And I quit my retail job because I just like have so much faith in God that I always just like go full blast, and I'm like, fuck
That
it.
right
Like,
there.
this is
Yeah.
not serving me, right? And you know, like I had 2 amazing interviews with amazing like jobs in my field, like exactly what I wanted, which I've been manifesting since Aiden died. Like, I was like, I even told him before he died, I was like, he's like, what do you want to do? And I was just like, I want to work for a media company. Like, that's all I said. Like, and maybe it's going to be my own. I mean,
Amen.
It's going to be my own, but I still need a job to invest in this, right? So it's like, you know,
will.
like I keep doing interviews after fucking interviews, and it's like,
But has God ever failed you?
yo, no. And that's the thing. I've been reading the Bible. I've been doing Bible plans on Holy Bible app. And like, I was reading this one called, Don't Worry About Anything. And like, after every reading, like it tells you like, what is God telling you after like reading this plan for the day? And like, he's been telling me like, yo, I've never failed you. Like, there's been times where I was in this position 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and I had amazing jobs. I got to be an assistant and get paid for that. I got to work at a beach volleyball turf for like a whole summer. Like,
You love that job.
that was the best job of my life. Shout out to Ellie Shermer. Thank you so much. Like, that was a guy and a boss who paid me and took care of me and knew I was young and just trying to like find myself and find what I loved. And he took care of me for real. Yeah. And you know, like I've been doing all these interviews and nothing. Like, the one guy told me that my personality is too outgoing for the job. Like,
She was
what
overqualified for the job.
What? Like, sir, do you think I care about being bored on the job? I have a life to prepare for.
And how are you going to say that in a pandemic?
Exactly. Do you
That
think
I'm
people care about that?
overqualified? Like, that's a compliment, honestly, being overqualified for sure. But my guy, look at the times.
So it's just like, I'm just like getting frustrated because it's like I'm pouring my cup into so many people's cups selflessly, like doing it for free. Like, I actually don't care because I enjoy that industry. That was the thing. Like, I wasn't doing it for the money. I went around the world and didn't get paid, but because I loved working with artists and being around music all the time. And like, I just expected by now to like, I don't know, just like have something more stable. And so, yeah, now I'm just like working on building the studio and renting it out to whomever wants to start their own podcast. If you want to start your own podcast, if you have your own podcast, come on this platform and rent it out. And you will have all the equipment that you need. You will have audio mixers. You will have a videographer for you. You will have everything.
But even if you're just an artist, you don't have to be a podcaster. If you just like make YouTube videos, you could do your freaking
anything.
Misguided haul on here.
Yes, you could do. This is a movable studio.
Yeah.
We have backdrops. Like, we have everything you need to produce the best work that you want for your platform.
And you see our quality.
You see our quality. So, you know, like, the pricing will come out next week. Just like bear with me. But yeah, that's just like, I was just giving up though. Like, I was literally like messaging Nathaniel, and I was just like, yo, like, sometimes I feel like it's just so much more better if you're dead. And not in a suicidal like talk. It was just like,
Yeah, you said that to me too.
I just like, I'm tired. Like, I just feel like I'm like putting
Drained.
Yeah, like I'm putting
Drained.
all my effort on the ground and like hoping that it's just
Don't
like, gonna
hope.
work.
It will.
It will.
It
and
will.
and that's why like Khadijah told me like you just need to speak life into yourself, like tell yourself it's going to happen, like believe, and also like put in the work. And I am. It's just it's not
It takes
happening,
time.
fam.
It will happen. It just takes time. Like, I mean, did you think you're gonna be here?
No, I actually didn't.
Right, because we were
actually did.
talking about rearranging your room and like setting it up in there and stuff like that. Like, we had a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
Then we went to VR and that
Yeah,
didn't work
didn't
out.
work
You know,
out.
there was a lot of steps just to get here.
That's true.
So
That's true.
you can't have all your goals accomplished
At
in
the same time.
at the same table.
Yeah.
Like, it's not-
And that's I 100% have realized that, and now I'm just like working
I think
towards
that once you get-
executing.
once you get a job, then like you'll feel more secure.
Yes,
Because
then
like obviously like everyone needs finances. Like
Everyone needs, and nobody talks about this, like I can't do everything I want for even other people if I don't have money.
Right.
Like, money is not the route to happiness, but it definitely gets you places.
it sure does.
Okay? Let's not lie about that. I hate when people say, oh, like, don't think about bitch, I am about to be homeless. Okay? I don't have time. This is a season, and I talked to Sos about this. This is a season of preparation for me, and I need to prepare myself. So that's where I'm at in my life. So yeah, that was my week. I was just super emotional, giving up. I actually started doubting everything. I was like, yo, let me just be a stripper. Let me just be a stripper, or let me just get a regular 9-to-5 job and just do that. Like, I was literally giving up. Like, I was like, fuck it all. I will sell all of this and I will go and I will just live a regular life, because there is nothing wrong with not being an entrepreneur. Because people think that being an entrepreneur
It's
is
all cracked.
cool
cracked
and
up,
da-da-da.
yeah.
It is
not what's
so
cracked up to me.
it's probably the hardest path, because you don't have any income. You look nice on social media, but you have no income. You have you're gaining income one month and then another month you're not. Like, it's just like so imbalanced until you get to that place where you're recognized and you're established and like everyone knows who you are. So
We're filming.
I'm just trying to like have faith in God and know that He will take care of me through it all. And again, like, that Holy Bible app has really, really helped me, because like it really taught me, like, don't forget the things that I already brought you through. Like, I've already taken care of you multiple times. So this will happen again and again and again and again. And I just have to just like strengthen my faith and belief in God and know that He will take care of me and you in any trial, any tribulation. Like, just don't stop believing, because once you can't doubt Him, like, He literally has brought you through so many storms. So
And don't doubt yourself either.
and don't doubt yourself. But yeah, I was truly giving up on myself, and it was hard. Like, I was actually like, yo, it would actually be better if I was dead. Like, I literally said it. I was like, I'd rather be dead than worry about my financial problems, fucking how I'm gonna fund the studio, how I'm gonna rent it out. Like, I was just the devil was like really getting into my mind, and I was like super emotional last week. Like, I literally
And the mind is
cried.
such a scary place. Yo, me too. I'm really glad that we kind of had the same week. Like, we didn't really talk. Mine's on the back of my arm.
yin and
but-
yang.
Yeah. Well, we didn't really talk this week, but that's crazy that we like
went through the exact same week.
emotions. Yeah. And like just feeling like a lot of self-doubt and like just wanting to like go back to, because like even me, like I was thinking about that too, like, oh, like maybe I should just, take a razor to my body parts,
for real.
because like I'm like, yo, I don't want to feel this emotional pain. Like I'd rather be feeling physical pain, but I'm like, yo, like Pat, like, are you really trying to go back to that top? Like, I really had a lot of internal self-talk this week,
and that was the devil.
So yeah, it was just like it's really hard, guys.
It
Like
was
the
so
mind life
hard.
is just, it can be really hard and like a lot on you. And like I've like, I have a 9 to 5, you know, and I'm like, I don't want this 9 to 5, you know.
See,
like I'm
and
like,
then that's the thing.
Yeah, like because I want to work towards the stuff that I want to do. Like I don't
See,
want to work
that's
for
the
someone for
thing.
the rest of my life either. But like I feel like with my 9 to 5, I don't have time to pursue what I want to pursue.
And that's the thing. And see, that's the thing. It's like weird. It's like it's too conflicting because it's like, okay, right now I want a 9 to 5, but I know already.
Yeah.
Once I get that, I'm gonna be like,
Bitch.
what time do I have?
Exactly.
Like I already know it, but then I'm like, I don't have money. Like I need it. Like it's just like, whoa, like this is just a lot. So I feel like it's just like
And for me before
balance,
exactly. But for me before, like after my 9 to 5, I want to go home, smoke weed, and watch fucking Netflix, you know? So
Yeah.
it was like retraining my brain, like, hey, there's still more time, like still
There's
more
still more
hours
time
in the day. You can do this, this, and this. And writing it down is what has got me to actually do it, because I'm like, you need to check this off
Facts.
before the night's done. But also don't beat yourself up if you don't get it all done. Write it for the next day.
oh my goodness. So in Corona, everyone's like, oh, if you're not waking up and working
Yeah.
towards your
I
goals,
saw
then
those.
you're not serious about your life, and you're not. First of all, we've been conditioned to work literally like robots and aliens and literally dedicate zero time
Until I'm
to
65?
ourselves.
65?
I wake up at fucking 10 o'clock. People are like, Shalisa, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your life? And I'm like, okay.
Like they think that's late?
They think, which honestly, it is late. I don't encourage anyone to wake up at 10. I think it actually just makes you feel better waking up earlier, period. Like, it just makes you feel better. Like, when you can wake up and see the sunrise, like, it's something is just so much more
Yeah, you get your
refreshing
day
on the
started.
soul, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, people make it seem so like you're not like you're not shit. But honeys, we've literally been working and going to school since we were children. We've had no breaks.
I know.
What's the problem? Like, we've literally had no breaks. Like, what's the problem with taking a
Yeah.
whole day off and doing nothing?
That's why I took a year off of school after high school. I encourage all high school students to do this and figure out your shit before you enter a program that you hate a year into it and you just wasted $40,000.
Oh, goodness. That's my reality. That's my reality. Yo, I didn't think, because I don't have like a credit card. I don't have any of that. So I'm like, I'm not in debt. And then I called my OSAT and I said, hey,
That's how they got you.
I just want to know how much I owe on my OSAT. And she said, 30,000,
Wrong name.
300,
Wrong name.
500, 25 cents. And I said, okay. Like I said, humble. Better humble, because how am I gonna pay for that? Like, and then I was just like contemplating my whole past. I was like,
Daddy.
why did I go away for school? Like, yo, think about all of that stuff before you
Yeah.
go away for school. Just know it's double. It's double when you go away for school. It's an amazing experience, though. Like, honestly, I wouldn't take it back for anything. But like, yo, just prepare.
Thank the Lord I'm OSAT free.
Holy man, like just so much anxiety this week. Like it was just like a lot. I didn't talk to anyone. I couldn't talk to anyone. I was just like, I'm in my mind this week.
Me too.
Like I
did not want to talk to
I'm in
anyone.
my mind.
Full moon. Yeah. Oh my
What?
God.
What?
I didn't
What?
even talk about it. Was okay. So last weekend was full moon in Virgo. So
That makes
So,
sense. I
on-
was like, is there anything going on? Because I know Mercury ended. So I was like, okay,
yeah.
there's nothing going on.
So it was full moon in Virgo, and I did a spiritual bath at 3 a.m. It was freaking amazing.
That makes sense. What does it mean when there's a full moon in Virgo? Like just like
So-
general like
Well,
occurrences.
I don't know. Like, I don't really know all of them, but like this full moon, it was like it's a good time to like reorganize your space. It's a good time for communication and things like that. And all of that happened last weekend for me. Yeah, and I'm a Virgo, so like they said it was going to be good for me. It was okay for me. But yeah, I definitely decluttered, reorganized. Like, I feel like I really like kind of got my shit-ish together, or like where I want to go. like that direction. And like I guess the end of this cycle was needed for me to like step into my new cycle.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
I can free some space and let in new energy.
You're right.
So yeah, that was lovely. But yeah, and like at first I wasn't even gonna do the bath. Like like my alarm went off at 3 a.m. and I'm like, I really don't want to wake up right now.
Yeah.
But
wow,
I
the fact that you got up
I
at 3
did.
a.m.
I did,
deep
yeah.
in sleep.
Bro, I did. And like it was like I put saddlewood, rose oil, like dry rose buds, Epsom salt, baking soda.
Okay, good to know.
I smoked a blunt
Okay.
and I fucking manifested in the dark with some candles and it was amazing.
Oh my gosh, I wanna do it
was
right
actually
now.
amazing.
I want to do it now.
yeah. Full moons are really good for like spiritual baths and like manifesting and stuff like that. So.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
it was a time. I just want to ask one more question though, or just bring up something.
Sure.
So I was on the phone with Tatiana Newland, and we were talking
Oh,
about
Bubby.
sexuality.
Yeah.
And I was talking about you
Yeah.
because I feel like, and I also mentioned Chloe from Chloe and Hallie, and how a lot of women get offended from women posting sexual pictures online and why they get so offended. And I was saying like, yo, what's the problem with a woman? Because she's like, do you see anything wrong with hypersexualization? So like basically women using their bodies or sexualizing themselves to make money in their careers or whatever, such as Chloe. And I was just like, first of all, we've been conditioned since we were children to either be insecure through media or compare ourselves to Beyonce.
No.
or
Let's go
Rihanna's.
back, baby.
Okay, let's go back.
We've been conditioned from elementary school when our teachers would tell us we can't wear spaghetti straps because of the guys.
God, yeah, you're right. We couldn't wear that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Especially
How
at a
about you
Catholic
tell
school.
the guy to keep his dick in his pants so that I can wear my fucking spaghetti straps? Because
Facts.
what am I showing
right.
with my spaghetti straps? Please tell me.
You're right.
Why does my strap need to be 3 fingers? For who? For who?
Oh my gosh.
That's how it started.
That's how it started. So I was just like, if a woman discovers her sexuality now, I'm actually proud because our whole lives,
Right.
we don't have the confidence or the courage to even walk out in a fucking bikini because we are bothered by our flaps
Yeah.
or our not flat stomach or our
or just gawking. Like, people
whatever,
just
like
gawking.
anything that is not sexy to society. I'm like, what's the problem with that? Because, you know, like I was asking a question, like, do you think it's wrong if like fitness trainers, for example, post their bum on their pages,
Like glutes
yeah, like their
workouts
glutes
and stuff,
workouts
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And like some people, like, you know, fitness trainers do that, and some other trainers, like, they get at them for projecting their bodies through their business. But I'm like,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
cares?
Even like recently,
who cares?
Yeah. No, I feel like I post sexual stuff all the time, you know, and like sometimes guys comment or whatever, but like I don't care. Like I'm not posting it for a guy to comment, and half the
And
time
that is what they think.
exactly, that's the thought, but that's not the actuality. Like I'm posting it because either I think it's hot, I look hot, or it's fucking empowering. So yeah, if I want to post like people what?
Yeah, that's what
People
people
who have
have
issues-
issues with
yeah.
a woman's confidence.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you wish you
Yeah.
could feel yourself the way that this woman, like, she got bashed for lighting a sage in her underwear and bra. She got attacked.
But it's okay when Kylie Jenner does it.
Exactly. What's the problem?
When
What-
Kim Kardashian
exactly.
does it. When
is
Kendall
it because
does
she's
it.
not a singer? Like what difference does it make
Yeah.
that a woman is going on Instagram and being confident with her body and exposing her sexuality and saying that she's comfortable with it, and I feel myself and I
Right.
love myself and I'm
Yeah.
beautiful and I'm sexy
And
as
like
fuck.
obviously it's like to each their own, you know, like it's what you're comfortable
Exactly,
with. But like
yes.
if
But then
I'm
don't-
comfortable with it and you're not, that's on you, babe. Like that's not on me. So like yeah, like I'm gonna post what I wanna post.
yeah,
you know?
and we were just talking about like a lot of women getting mad at, and yeah, literally getting mad at other women for exposing their sexuality online. I'm like, go do that for yourself in the mirror. Like, you know, like why do we like care so much about what other people like do and think and whatever?
Because that's the life of social media. And like honestly, like this week has been so nice. Like I still have my writing Instagram. If anyone wants to follow, it's her.pot_. But yeah, like I still have my writing page and like I still go on that. But like it's just like such a different vibe because like the people on my writing page don't know me and show me so much fucking love, bro.
And the people that
like,
you know.
Make it make sense.
It doesn't make sense. And this was another thing. So this was another thing. Like, you know, only being responsible for who you are, not for others' wants or needs,
right?
Or not for
what
who others want you to need, want you to be.
And like that's such an easy like thing to say, but such a hard concept to understand because like this day and age we want approval from other people, and like I don't know, like a lot of people like feed off of that, and I guess like that also stems from like your childhood and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't like I haven't been there in a while, or I don't know, I never really posted for like other people's
opinions,
like approval or anything like
maybe
that.
Maybe like
you know?
in my preteens, obviously, like I'm getting into the dating world and like liking boys, like, you know, like girls go through that when they're younger. But
oh yeah, like I'm not gonna if I'm not feeling myself, I'm not posting.
I'm not posting it. Period. And like another thing is like, don't think that because, you know, another woman is beautiful that makes you not beautiful. And I think that a lot of women think like that as well. It's just crazy how much lack of confidence women have.
Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder, right?
Shit,
but every woman is beautiful. Like and I just read this in a book, but like every woman is beautiful. Ugly is a concept of the world.
Exactly. Right. What we were talking about.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, everyone's beautiful. Like
someone said, oh, like Beyonce's not that beautiful. Like she's pretty, but there's definitely like other girls who are prettier than Beyonce. And I'm like, no.
What does
one
that have
is,
to do with her talent?
God says, no one is greater than anyone, and no one is lesser than anyone. We are all on the same pedestal. Like we're all on the same level.
We're all getting judged the same at the end of the day.
Like,
so.
No one is like, stop doing that, like comparing like, oh, she's prettier. Like I hate that shit, bro. I hate it.
It's hard, yo. Even like I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I'm like, yo, like one petty thing that like I did the other day, like this, not the other day, but like maybe a few months ago, but like this guy was like, that I was feeling, he was liking this girl's pictures and like, I don't know, like I just got triggered. I don't know why, but like I'm being so honest right now. But I'm just
honest,
like, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, first of all, like she's not even that bad.
But be honest, because we think we have the. Don't get it twisted. As humans and humanity and human nature, we have those thoughts.
But
don't
I just
get
felt
it twisted.
so shit after because I'm like, yo, like I'm getting upset at this girl and it's not even her. Like all she did was post a picture of herself and like she did look cute, you know. But I was just cheesed because I'm like, this nigga is not answering me and he's on Instagram liking this girl's pictures. Like, make it make sense.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and then like also you have to think like these girls probably think they're ugly. Like the ones that we are saying like, oh, she's not even that bad. Like they probably in their own life that we don't know about think they probably struggle at night and cry and think that they're so ugly and not worth it. So it's like, yo, like stop being so judgmental and just mind your business.
And even like I'm working on that. Like I don't want to judge someone by the way they look. Like I don't even want to judge people. Period. But like
which
based
is
on your character, that's how I know if I'm gonna fuck with you or not.
Exactly.
It's not about like how you look. Like it doesn't, you know, like it doesn't, and we're getting older, like we can't just be,
you can't be immature, man.
Yeah, like judging people like that. I don't know, I just like feel bad now when I judge someone.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I had a whole day convo with Tatiana Newland, literally, and like we were talking about all of this. It's just like no one is greater than anyone, and no one is lesser than anyone either. Like we are all beautiful in God's eyes. When he made you, he looked at you and he said, this is good. Like he never thought that you were less than. He never thought that you were, you know, like anything
we're all
negative.
Beautiful in God's eyes. And even like it's so crazy, like I work with people that have autism, so we do these things called
talk about it.
everyday speech, and they learn like so like for instance, we were learning about like think it or say it, you know. So it's like everyone has thoughts, but like what are things that you would think in your head and keep it in your head, and what are things that you would think in your head and be able to say out loud, and based on how you say it out loud, how is that other person going to feel? So it's like kind of like teaching them like emotional intelligence too.
Yes.
Right? So, and it's like it's just like it's crazy because it's like as humans we should know these things, but like the way they break it down, it's like even typical like developing people should take these programs and like learn these steps and like
Yeah, because a lot of people don't have people skills.
right, but you're not on a spectrum, you're considered normal or like a typically
That's
developing
true.
person, right?
That's true.
But it's like no,
That's true.
if you don't have emotional intelligence, then you should be considered on the spectrum.
Yeah, and trying to learn how to communicate with people. So, yeah, no, like I just feel like we just need to stop judging each other less. I was watching Little Fires Everywhere. Please watch it on
Little
Amazon.
Fires Everywhere?
Yes, on
Okay.
Amazon Prime with Kerry Washington.
Oh, yeah, you
and,
told me.
What's her name?
I'm
Legally
taking your
Blonde.
account because I don't have
What's her name? What's her name? Legally Blonde. Reese
yeah.
Amazing. You know what that show taught me? That we can judge people's like decisions in life, right? Like we could be from the outside and be like, why would you choose to do that? But you don't know what happened for them to choose that decision. Like I literally, because in the beginning of the show I'm like, why would she do that? And then as the more you go into the show, you're like, oh, okay, like I understand why she would do that. Like I would probably do that too if I was in her situation. So it's like, before you judge, like just don't say anything, because you don't know like people's story. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know the pain they feel. You don't know anything that they're battling.
And that
whether they come off very negative to you face to face, you don't know like what's going on internally and in their past that happened to lead up to this exact moment.
And that brings me back to this connection that I was just going through. Sorry, we have another point by Mama.
Can you be responsible? Can
Of
you be
you?
responsible for your own first?
Yes.
Exactly. Just like other people have problems, I'm very sure you have problems too.
And that brings me back to this connection that just ended with me, you know, because like I was ghosted. So like you can only imagine like all the things that are running through my mind, you know, and like obviously I want to blame this person, you know, but like finally, like when we did have that conversation, this person's like, yo, this was going on in my life too.
Exactly.
And I'm like, honestly,
Don't know.
I'm like, honestly, it sucks that I had to do all this just to get this conversation with you. But I appreciate you having this conversation with me. I appreciate you telling me what was going on in your life. And hey, I'm upset about how I received your actions, but I'm not upset by your actions. Like, you know, like you had
Please watch the
justification
show.
for your actions.
Yes.
So like, and I said that, I'm like, I'm not upset by your action. It's just the way I received it,
Yeah,
you know?
because you don't know anything else. And that's the beautiful part about Little Fires Everywhere. You don't know.
Yeah.
You're just taking on face value what they're giving you. But then once you actually find out actually what they're going through and what they came from, it's like, oh, okay, like
Yeah,
I actually
get it.
empathize with you, and I
Right.
actually understand why you decided to make those choices.
That's why I
So-
think it's so important to have communication in any
And that's the
relationship.
thing.
And like when you're meeting someone,
That's
like
what was lacking in the show too. Yes,
yes,
communication.
and like learning about someone's past, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, hey, like I don't want to learn about your past to judge you. I want to learn
Yep.
about your past to know why you might make this action,
Exactly.
do this in the future, or why you're doing this right now, or why you're here right now.
Yep.
You know, like I feel like it's one thing to dwell in the past, like, oh, like I do these actions because of my past. Like,
Yep.
no. But like, hey, like I did this, or I was here and now I'm here because of my past.
And I learned A, B, C, D,
right.
E, F, G.
And I don't want to make A, B, C, D, E, F, G mistake going into my future.
Period.
Period.
No, for real. But also, it also takes your companion. Did you say okay, I was like, did you read
Comprehension.
Comprehension must
Move.
More than communication.
Comprehension is more than communication, right?
Speak. It's
Yeah.
how the other person understands. what you're
Exactly.
saying.
Exactly.
And I was just about to say that it depends on how like open the person you're
True.
communicating with can actually receive that, and if they even want to receive that, and if they even want to be open to
Yeah.
like allowing you the
Yeah.
space, giving you the space to be like, yo, heal.
yeah.
I'm not gonna help you.
Yes.
But heal. I'm listening to you. Because I think
is
that
amazing.
a lot of humans don't know how to just listen.
Yes. We listen to reply. That is amazing.
Yo.
Instead of understanding. Exactly. Instead of understanding.
You're right.
That is amazing. And even like
You're
so
right.
me and my friends started a book club. It's called Book Club Baddies.
Yeah?
Yeah. And we're reading the 5 love languages by Gary Chapman. Yeah. And he says he's like, so he was talking to this guy that just got divorced. He's been through 3 marriages. The last one, he's like I felt like this was really gonna work. Like I would tell her she's beautiful every day. I told her I love her. Like I love like all the things that she's doing in her life. Blah blah blah. And she didn't receive it.
Yeah.
And
'cause-
he's like, that's not her love language.
Exactly.
And it's like, and
Wow.
like he emphasizes like it's not about your love language when you're in a relationship with someone. You have to understand their love language
my
so that you
goodness.
can love them properly and that they can understand your love.
And yo, there's guys who are like, why do I need to know about a love language? And I'm like, do you understand that the way you receive love may be different from me?
Yeah.
And are you patient enough? Are you considerate enough? Do you even know what love looks like?
Yes.
You know, like
Do
these
you?
are the questions that you have to ask yourself. And these are the questions that you have to ask, like, okay, is this partner for me or not?
Right.
And I think like a lot of us women and men go through those relationships that you just don't cherish the same things. And if you don't cherish the same values and practices, it's just like,
What's the point?
what are we going to do?
Yeah. What are
Like,
we doing?
what are we going to
Because
do?
I'm overexerting myself now, bending over
Exactly.
backwards, thinking that this is what you like, and you're like, doesn't even phase you. So what am I doing it for? You know, and like, yeah, I am doing it for myself because I want you to receive my love. But
Yeah.
if you're not receiving it, then you're draining me.
What's the
At that
point?
point. Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah. Because
That's-
I feel fulfilled when like I make someone else happy,
Happy.
you know, or like I do something else that I know someone else is gonna like. So when I don't get that like
Like we said,
reciprocation, yeah, I'm not like, oh, like it doesn't make me want to stop doing it. Yeah, cheers to that. It doesn't make me want to stop doing it, but it's kind of just like, okay, like, can we have a conversation of how to fix this, or like, what do you
a
want?
relationship should be 100, not 50-50, because you can't half-ass yourself. You can't go halfway and be like, let's sacrifice the rest for this person because they don't feel like doing that. But I want to do it. But, you know, I love this person more enough that it's just like, okay, fine. I'll just like,
I'll
fine. I'll just drag myself.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. Fuck that. You'll never be happy. Like, it'll drain you in the end. You'll become miserable and depressed, and then you'll hold on all these emotions, and then that creates a lack of communication. And it
Resentment,
creates
too.
resentment, and then who knows? It might create fucking cheating in the end. Like, there's a reason why
Jealousy,
people fucking
envy,
cheat too.
hypocrisy.
Don't get twisted.
Yeah.
So like, you know, like there's reasons and explanations for every single human being's actions in this world. Just because they do bad to you on the outside and like you see it from the outside, there's always a storyline behind it. Just take the time maybe before you get mad and before you react. Like sometimes just
Listen.
like figure out, okay, like what, let's just not be selfish for a moment and figure out like what's going on. Like talk to me. Like why are you doing this? Like is there something from your past, from your childhood? Like what is it that is making you act like this with me because I don't deserve it?
Right.
And maybe we will like be together, but I just want to know like what the fuck is going on?
It's important to advocate for yourself.
What the fuck is going on? Because I need to know. And,
And, like,
maybe
yeah.
I can help you.
Yo, past Pat in a relationship,
pee.
it's like if you hurt me, I'm hurting you back. And like my tongue was ruthless. Like
Become
I didn't
spiteful.
give a fuck how you felt. You hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt you back.
Yep.
But now I think like reading more cognitive intelligence
Books. Yeah.
yeah,
Facts.
and just like experiences, and you know, like just again, who I want to be in life. Like I don't want that kind of negativity coming from my mouth or be on the receiving end of it.
Exactly.
You know? So
Choose wisely, yo.
right.
Choose wisely.
Yeah.
So this was the end of season 2, episode 17.
Yay! Hope you guys are still
of
here.
Shalisa Marie Radio. Yes, this is it. Thank you guys so much for riding on this journey with us. We will be back for another season 3. And, you know, like, leave us comments below of what you want to hear us talk about, guests you want to hear us talk with, anything. Just talk to us in the comments and we'll reply back. I promise. Yeah. Fuck.
That was good. I
We'll
really
see
like
you
this
in the next couple of
conversation.
weeks. Yeah, this is an amazing conversation. It was needed, and I definitely released and healed.
Me
because-
too. I feel a lot better since the
I have
beginning
to
of the
go-
week. Can't lie.
Yeah, like way better from the beginning of the week. Like
Yeah.
I feel like 1.5 weeks was just like dark, and now we're into the light. So
Yeah.
give God thanks. Always be grateful for everything that you have, even if you don't have what you desire, and just know that God is handling things behind the scenes for you.
Amen.
Amen. And for now,
We out.
we out. We love you. Bye.
Hey. Getting to the money like a savage. Spend them dollars on you when I